Hello, my name is Dr. John Girard and I'm a professor at Minot State University. Today I'm speaking to you as Program Chair for KM Middle East 2011, which will take place in the amazing city of Abu Dhabi on March 15th and 16th, 2011. Together with my friends at Success Steps, I invite you to join us for KM Middle East 2011. The theme of the conference is Sharing and Collaboration in the Arab World, bringing together international keynote speakers, academics, leading knowledge management practitioners, along with business and government leaders. KM Middle East promises to be the premier knowledge-focused event in the region. In 2010, we facilitated the UAE Knowledge Management Forum in Abu Dhabi, which was a tremendous success, and many participants have asked for this to become an annual event. Building on the success of that forum, KM Middle East 2011 promises to be an excellent opportunity for leaders to share knowledge and collaborate. We listened very carefully to the feedback from the UAE KM Forum, and we put together a very exciting, interactive, and educational program. Day 1 on March 15th will include 2 international keynotes, David Gurteen and myself, and a series of exciting talks by knowledge management thought leaders from the region and around the world. Day 2, March 16th, will feature 4 interactive and engaging workshops led by David Gurteen, Ron Young, Luke Naismith, and myself. Let me share with you a little bit about the program for Day 1. The day will commence with a fascinating opening keynote by David Gurteen. He's very well known in the knowledge management world, and although he doesn't like the title, he truly is a guru in the domain. David's opening keynote is titled, Don't Do KM. In this keynote presentation, David will talk about his experience with KM over the last 10 years and some of the changes that need to be made to secure its future. Our second speaker, Luke, is the Director of Data and Research in the Government of Dubai's Knowledge and Human Development Authority. Luke made an active contribution to the development of the Australian Standard on Knowledge Management. Luke's talk is called Sense Making: How is it different from traditional KM? He will facilitate an interactive exploration of narrative values. Next will be Hannah, who is the Knowledge Management Manager in one of the largest service provider companies in the UAE. She's a KM activist who has participated in public and private KM events worldwide. She will be considering applying knowledge to business objectives. In her talk, she will discuss the steps and challenges of successfully developing and implementing a KM strategy. Next will be Ron, who's the Chief Executive Officer of Young International Limited based in Cambridge and London, UK. He's acknowledged as the leading international expert and thought leader in KM and innovation. His talk will focus on competitive collaboration in the global knowledge economy. Based on his experience, Ron will offer advice on how to balance competition and collaboration in today's global environment. The morning program will end with a talk by Zabita, who's traveling from Malaysia to join us. She graduated with a PhD in Human Resource Management, specializing in KM, before returning to the International Islamic University, Malaysia, to continue her academic career. She will talk about KM in Asia and share some case studies and highlight knowledge sharing and implementing best practices in knowledge management for entrepreneurial opportunities. After networking lunch, our program will continue with Sonia, who's the Director of EduVal in the UAE. She engages KM for effective and sustainable education change and evidence-informed decision-making. She's worked and published internationally on network learning communities. Her talk is titled, KM as a Practical Solution for Professional Communities. Our penultimate speaker is Paul, who's the Managing Partner of Sparknell LLP, a knowledge and communication consultancy. At present, Paul is leading a KM strategy project in the Barbados for the region's development bank. Paul's talk is titled, Using Knowledge to Maintain Business Edge. He will demonstrate diagnostic tools businesses can use to assess knowledge assets, products, and workers. I will be delivering the closing keynote, which I have titled The TLC of KM. In this keynote, I will examine how organizational leaders can apply the enablers of KM to achieve a competitive advantage. After the closing keynote, we will facilitate a dialogue about the lessons learned from the day and what the next step should be. We hope that you agree that this will be an exciting event and that you'll consider joining us. If you have any questions, please feel free to forward them to me at info@kmmiddleeast.com, and please be sure to visit our website, www.kmmiddleeast.com. I sure hope to see you in Abu Dhabi.